I don't like too much webinars. Okay, available, no worries. So personally, I don't like too much webinars because it's less interactive, but it is more, how we can say, it allows me to see a lot of friends worldwide. Okay, so let's go through the session for today. So صراحة, our friends told me that there is a lot of passionate people about presenting their ideas, and this is called pitching. So I have experience in sales for more than if I remember till now 12 to 20 14 years. Okay, it's not huge برضه يعني مش كبير. I'm not an old guy, but I love sales, by the way, and I believe that we always pitch. um, every day we do a pitch. You do pitch for your parents, you do pitch for your family, your wife, your husband, and even your doctors in the university, and even your customers and the clients. So pitching is everywhere, and you need to convince everyone about what you are talking to them. So let's go through the session. I tried to make it as much as related to the business and related to the startup worlds because you are entrepreneurship. And so we will talk about the entrepreneurship, and that's the guidelines by the people behind Al Kawalis. Okay, so let's start. So the session is, as our friend mentioned, techniques to make your ideas stand out, and the power of convincing. So again, why do يعني, why we are always passionate about telling our ideas? Because we as a human being, or we as a natural people, we love to convince each other. صح؟ يعني احنا by default we love to يعني to convince, and by nature we are defensive. يعني if you go and try to convince someone else about anything, they start to tell you, Saleh, this is, yeah, maybe yes, maybe no, whatever. So they will not be too much engaged with you. Okay, so that's why the something called pitching just appeared worldwide. So allow me to go through the pitching skills. What is the pitching? What's the presentation? What's the difference between them? And if you have questions, please, I know that the webinar are not interactive, the meetings are interactive in Zoom, so just please drop your questions and let's interact as much as you can. Okay, guys, so let's start. First of all, does anybody knows what's the meaning of pitching, or why does it called pitching? يعني why it's not called till now presentation? Why do you thank you for the interaction. Okay, why till now it's not called or named the presentation, or why it is a TEDx speech? Does anybody knows? You can write in the chat. I open the chat so I can see your responses. Yes, so Ahmed. Okay, so Huda عم بتقول انه because you have the goal to reach and you do your best to achieve it by convincing. صح Huda. Nice. I like the answer. But why it's named pitching? By the way, I put you the picture so you can Google it and see. تقدر you can cheat, guys. عادي. مسموح. Okay. On entrepreneurship, searching is allowed. So why it's not called sales? Why it's not called I don't know, other names like, as Huda mentioned, let me tell you, convincing or presenting or whatever. It's called pitching because the origin, shorter way to tell your idea. صح Uzma. Excellent Uzma Tabassum. Hopefully that I am pronouncing the names right, correctly. Okay, so Uzma mentioned that it is related to telling the idea in a shorter way, which is related to this guy, as you see, which is the baseball. Okay, pitching, if you go to the origin of the word, it's the throwing the baseball ball, okay, to the goal, okay, in a shorter time, just hitting the target and just from the shooter to the receiver, okay, and it's the same what you are doing in the startups. What we do in the startups world or the entrepreneurship world, you just have an idea, okay, and you just in a shorter period of time, you need to convince the people that are listening to you or hearing to your pitch or seeing your pitch, okay, and buy your product, service, whatever, and invest in your idea or your product or your service. So again, it's not a presentation. It's part of the presentation. Yes. It's not a TEDx speech. It's not an inspirational speech. If you are doing a pitch, you are not an inspirational guy. You shouldn't be. Okay. You are not doing a show. You are not Bill Cosby. I don't know if you know Bill Cosby. We are older people. Okay. Bill Cosby, it's like something, it's a comedy show. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know him, Muslim. But it's something like not Mr. Bean, but يعني, it's a kind of comedy show, but different style. Okay, so it's not that part. So so this is the origin of pitching. So that's why we need to convince the audience or the receivers in a shorter period of time with the idea that we are telling them. Okay, and hitting the need. This is the most important thing. Okay, we have two words that we are using in business and in the entrepreneurship, which is called the pitch deck and the presentation deck. Does anybody knows what's the difference between them? يعني when shall I use the pitch deck and when shall I use the presentation deck? متى استخدم هذا ومتى استخدم هذا? When shall I use both? Or shall I use both أصلا? Or shall I use one? When should I use the pitch deck? In which situations? And do I need to do something called a presentation deck? It is the same or it has something different? I will send you, by the way, the slides, Muhammad. You can share it with the people later on after the session. Okay, so you can interact. By the way, when I ask, please just drop your answers on the chat. I open the chat, I can see your answers. Okay, so quickly, the pitch deck, guys, is the presentation that you are using to help your pitch during your presentation or the pitching in front of the investors or in front of the jury or in front of the companies that you are pitching your ideas in front of them. Okay, usually the pitch time is 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or between 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Okay, and then you will have 3 minutes to 5 minutes questions and answers from the jury or the investors and etc. And this is worldwide. There is some competitions give you like 7 minutes, some competitions give you 10 minutes for the pitching, but the worldwide is from 3 to 5 minutes in general. Okay, and the presentation deck, yes, I'm telling you, Huda, the difference between them. The presentation deck, so again, the pitch deck is the deck or the presentation PowerPoint that, or whatever you are using, Canva or Breezy or whatever you are using, any app, but it's the presentation that you are using while you are pitching your idea in front of the investors, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The presentation deck is the full presentation with full details, okay, that you send to the investors by email or send to the customers, send to the clients, send to the incubators, accelerators, okay? And it contains a lot and more of details than the pitch deck. So the pitch deck is the shorter version, is the direct to the point version with low number of slides and more pictures for sure, more visuals, less, what can I say, less words inside the presentations, because you are pitching and you are the one that the jury are listening to. The presentation deck is the presentation that we are sending to explain our idea or our startup or our service or our product, okay, without being there. So this presentation will be explaining itself by itself. Clear? So only you use the presentation deck when you send it by email to the investors or the clients or the receivers, whom are they, بغض النظر, okay? But you are not there to explain your idea or a project or a startup. Clear? So the pitch deck, it should be shorter version than the full presentation deck of your idea. تمام? Okay. Hopefully it's clear now, Huda, for you. طيب. Let's go now to what are the criteria for an entrepreneurial idea. Okay, and I'm writing it in Arabic for people who are seeing it in Arabic, but I will explain all the ideas in English. So, what are the 5 conditions that should be in any idea to name it an entrepreneurial idea. Okay, so this is very much important. Okay, so it should have 5 ideas. So Hala Abu Aisha or Aisha. Okay, so she said that it should be a new idea. Mm, وتكون applicable. Okay, okay. طب, can I ask you something? Can you explain for me what's the difference between innovation, creativity, and invention? Quickly. I will share with you a new slide. Tell you الانسر. يلا. بما انكم انتوا هالقد interactive. ها. See? The idea should be innovative and sustainable in the long run. مظبوط. But what's the difference between invention, and invention and creativity? Does anybody knows the difference? Okay, so Ahmed is telling me, or telling us, not telling me. Okay, here it is. Okay. Yes, I like the interaction. Okay, so what's the difference between innovation, invention, and the creativity, guys? Oh, mashallah. Okay, so wait. Okay, so تطوير الانوفيشن, creativity varies on basis of imagination. الانفنشن اختراع أول مرة. It's correct. Invention is the first time thing that comes to the world. No, it wasn't been there any before. فهامة زينب. I don't know if I'm pronouncing غلط. Creativity is the ability to generate new ideas or concept. Invention refers to the creation of something entirely new, a unique product. Innovation, on the other hand, involves improving. يا سلام. يعني اكسلنت صراحه. يعني give her كادو اون فرونسي. برافو يا زينب. اوكي سو برافو زينب. اكزاكتلي كلاب فور زينب. So محمود نوشين, innovation is a new idea method. آية, invention is producing an idea never. Creativity, الهالة, الفكرة كيف انه اخلي تعي مميز. Okay, so allow me to explain for you the difference, because this is very much important before we go to the pitch deck. So creativity quickly is the generating of new ideas, or something, okay, was there, okay, and we are improving the idea, but it is already the idea by itself. Okay, so it's only generating ideas. So everyone in this webinar is creative. Okay, so that's why we can say that a lot of people can be creative, but the innovation is the having ideas in front of us and doing combining it in something in خلينا نحكي make some tweaks, okay, and doing it in a new way, okay, not doing it in something that wasn't before. تمام. So, and innovation is the application of the new ideas or the new model of application. واضح? So if we are applying it and implementing it, it is called the idea, I mean, it is called invention or innovation. If it is the first time to be implemented and there wasn't anything like before, it's called invention. اختراع باللغة العربية. Creativity معناتها الإبداع. المبدع هو الإبداع. Creativity, the person who comes with a new ideas. سواء if it wasn't been before or it's a new ideas implemented in a new way. تمام. اما الانفنشن, الاختراع, هو اني I'm applying and implementing the new idea for the first time ever. Innovation is the applying the ideas that are or have been there, but in a new way and in new techniques and new tweaks. تمام. It's called الابتكار باللغة العربية. Okay, so what do we need to be? Do we need to be creative or inventors or innovators? For sure we need to be innovators, not طبعا كويس اذا كنا انفنترز يا ريت واذا كنا كرييتر يعني everybody كله، بس يعني اليوم we don't need more Einsteins, we need just innovators to solve the problems in the communities. Great. طيب خليني allow me to explain for you the by example. So quickly, so innovation is the process, is the values, the inventions, the doing, the actions, the implementations, the measurables, the change and the product itself that the customers and the clients see. But the creativity is the ideas, the imagination, the thoughts, عفوا, the concepts, the problem solved and the ideation. Okay? طيب, allow me to explain it for you quickly. So the first iPhone, it's an innovation or invention? Yalla, on the chat. Invention. Okay, so Zaidi, she said, ومروة بتحكي invention. وآمنة بتحكي innovation. وعطا says innovation. It's an innovation because it was invented in a newer way. Okay, صح ده. برافو عليكي. So guys, when you think about any idea, what was the first iPhone? By the way, after the session, go on YouTube or now you can just put the launching of the first iPhone by Steve Jobs. Okay, you will see Steve Jobs pitch. He was saying, guys, we were using the campus, and we were using the compass, sorry, and we were using the phone, and we were using sending emails. We put it all together in the same device, and he made like the three and wrap it with a tape, and the audience start to laugh. And that's what is our imagination. And then he told them, no, we are innovating for you the first iPhone. And then he launched the first iPhone. So simply, there was a phone, there was a compass, there was cameras invented, and it was there before, صح? What he did is just he combined all those, let's say, important things in one device. So this is correctly, Yahuda, it is an innovation. It's not an invention. Okay? The first Tesla or the first electric car, the first Tesla, let's say, not electric car, to be clear, to be accurate. What is it? It's invention? صح. Exactly. Javid, I don't know. The first iPhone will be an invention, صح? But the first of iPhone is an innovation. صح. Amna, it's innovation. Why? The first electric car, quickly, it was invented, okay, in the late 1830, something like that. But it wasn't commercially goes to the market because there was the evolution of the oil worldwide, okay, and nobody wanted to use it, okay, and it wasn't feasible because the battery wasn't or the electric batteries wasn't still in that large capacity. So it is an innovation because now it is moving like for 500 kilometers and etc. Again, this example also is another example of innovation because the wireless and the charging is there, but the concept is there. Also, this is from where they took the wheels of the airplanes from the carts. Okay, this is also another example. It doesn't need to be only digital. The telephone cabins now it is used for as a Wi-Fi stations or charging stations. And the most important example that I love is the joysticks. Joysticks and the mouses now are copy pasted from the gaming world into the new cars, and because everybody loves it and it is now there. So one of the points that you can do innovation is copy pasting. You can copy and paste, but from sector to sector, not from the same sector to the same sector. It's called تقليد. It's called mimicking, okay? So that's not innovation. Innovation is going to another sector, okay? Taking what they are doing and try to do small tweaks, okay, and put it on your sector in a feasible way. تمام? Let's talk about this example. Is it invention or innovation when the first www? الشبكة العنكبوتية. صح. It's an invention. There was nothing like it before. شفتوا? The first software. Before the software, there was something called DOS. There wasn't something called the software. So it is invention or innovation. It is invention. The first microwave, not the device, concept of heating the meals using the microwaves, it is called invention also. The first thumbs were thumb prints that were used in security and etc. It is called invention. Now, any other things like the I print exactly, or etc. It is called innovation. Okay. Even in the pharmaceutical world, the first contraceptive pills or the hormonal therapy, it was an invention. Any technology is new, it is called an innovation. The remote controlling concept, the first one, it was an invention. Now, anything else like the we, anything that we are controlling is called innovation. Okay, so back to that to end this just to clarify the like Hanan said, like the implementation of TQM concepts in the hospital guided by the industrial TQM. Yes, okay. So just now we had just highlighted on the right terminologies and why do we need to understand it, just because we will go to the pitching and what are the parts that it needs to be in the pitch. But back to the cars, okay? Henry Ford, who the first or who invented and or innovated the cars, when the people asked him, why did you make a car? So his answer was, when I went and asked the customers and the community, what do you want? They told me they need a faster horse. Okay? Faster horse. Why? Because they didn't know anything else. So the need was faster horse. He didn't give them faster horse. He gave them what? Cars. Okay? So he gave them another solution, and that was the invention in back that time. Okay, back to the presentation. So in the pitch deck, so we have understood the difference between the innovation and the creativity and invention. But to have any idea, to be entrepreneurial, it should have those 5 conditions. First condition is, مين بيعرف? Who can tell me? What is the first condition? الشرط الأول. It should be, you should accept defeat and lose. Helpful. Realistic. Creativity. لا, هي الصورة. It's the صورة. Have feelings. No. It should solve. Bravo, Muhammad. But it should solve problem in the community. Exactly. Pain, problem in the community. Thank you so much. So you should search for the pain and the problem, not your pain, your problem. We don't care about your pain or your problem. We care about the community pain that and the problem solving, critical thinking. Exactly. So you go search on the problems and pain of the community, and then you go with the other steps. Why? Because you want people to buy your idea, صح? They will give you money. Nobody will give you money if for something that is not solving their problems, their pains. هاي رقم واحد. Second condition, the idea should be innovative. And we understood now what's the difference between innovation and creativity. It should be just innovative, okay? ثلاثة, it should brings you money. By the way, this is Jordanian money, okay? So we are now rich, okay? So it should give you money. طيب, هون somebody will tell me it is enough to have problem solving and innovative idea. Yes, but it's not called entrepreneurship. It will be called innovation or social innovation. Okay, in Arabic we call it الابتكار المجتمعي. You solve problem in the community and you get حسنات and you go to Jannah. That's bravo, bravo. تمام? But you are not entrepreneur. The entrepreneur should bring money because he or she wants to survive, and they will open a company and they will hire employees. So not only dua and hasanat will go to Jannah. Okay, that's good and excellent. But you can have dua and Jannah and you can have money. So entrepreneurship is all about money. You should have a clear business model that will give that your idea or project gives you, okay, for the problems for the problem that you are solving. So problem, solution, which is innovative, generating money. Third condition, it should be growing, which means sustainable. يعني it shouldn't be just buying and selling for 1 year only. It should be growing and sustainable. مستدام باللغة العربية. يعني يستمر. Okay. And the last and the important condition to, and by the way, till this fourth condition, it is called SMEs, small medium enterprises, which is برضو كويس. It is excellent. You are having your own business. ممتاز. But the last condition, it makes you or makes the idea fully entrepreneurial, which is scalable. شو يعني scalable؟ قابل للانتشار والتوسع, which means being able to scale the idea and replicate it in different zones, different continents, different places, okay? طبعا with the same, with some tweaks for like the communities and etc. Quick example, everybody is using Uber everywhere, صح? Uber for first was invented or innovated in America, and now worldwide we are using Uber and the other applications that we are using. But I'm talking about the idea. Now it is we are using the same app, صح? It's saving, it's solving a problem. It is innovative. It is generating idea for Uber. It is growing, صح? Number of users, etc., etc., and it is scalable. We are using it worldwide. So that's called an entrepreneurial idea. Facebook, blah, 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 and other things. Okay. It shouldn't be worldwide, at least to be used in all of the country. Okay. In Jordan, we have like IVPN. Everybody's using IVPN. In Jordan, we have different riding apps. In Jordan, we have also other entrepreneurial ideas, like not only digital. We have also coffee houses. We have different ideas that also is scalable now. Something related to the education, something related to the food industry, something related to the hospitalization, ERPs, SaaS, and everything. Okay, clear till now? Does anybody understood anything? حدا فاهم إشي باللغة العربية؟ All clear? Perfect. طيب, let's go to the how should I prepare my pitch? Or how should I make it more convincing for my clients or for my audience in general? Okay. So the first thing, your idea should fulfill the 5 conditions that we have explained. So first of all, the first thing that you need to do is close your laptop. Don't go with the slides. First thing you need to go is do it by storytelling. If you want to hook any audience, hook means يعني to engage them emotionally. So if you want to make the unforgettable pitch, you need to pitch your idea or the project with emotional bonding. You need to start with emotional bonding. Remember this quote: start high, end high. Another, repeat: start high, end high. Start strong, end strong. Okay? Why? Because people don't remember anything other than the start and the end. When you go to movie, صح? دايما they hook us with the start. Oh, and the hero just will be dying or أبصر شو بيصير بالأول, صح? And the hero also win at the end. Between that you will not remember, صح? يعني after 1 year, I will ask you, did you saw the movie of Rambo? You will tell me yes, Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, Rambo 4. I don't know if you know Rambo أصلا, صح? Let's talk about Marvels, okay? In Marvels, what do we have in Marvels? أعطوني اسم. Spider-Man مثلا. Spider-Man last movie. You remember the start and you remember the end, صح? Because this is the hook. And the same thing you need to do with your pitch. So first thing, you need to close your laptop, bring sticky notes, bring your drawing notebook, whatever you want, and start to scratch your brain with a new, not new, let's say not totally new, but innovative story boarding thing that you need to start your pitch with. Definitely don't lie about it. Definitely don't, we name it in Arabic, لا تهبد. Don't يعني ما تجيبش أشياء من عندك, okay? Just bring real stories from the real pain from the community. Okay, like we say that Maryam is 6-year-old girl suffering from 1 2 3. Like Maryam, there is 20,000, 20,000, 500,000, I don't know, suffering from this problem that they need to solve it as urgent as we can. Okay, and then you go for the solution. Perfect. So let's go with the slides. The first slide in the pitch deck. Huda is telling that in order to get real stories, we read إيش? We should have already tested the product on real people. صح؟ صح. 100%. But also, Huda, maybe you are the person that is suffering from the same problem. صح ولا لا? So already you are suffering from this problem and you tried your product or service and it was successful. But for sure, you need to use the lean methodology, go to the market, let them try or test the project or the idea or the product, and then see their interactions and the feedback, and then make editing, okay? And then go back to the market, etc., till you reach to your final product, okay? Excellent, by the way, good point. And that's why there is something called the prototype and something called MVP. What's the difference between prototype and MVP? In Arabic, prototype is النموذج الأولي, and MVP is something we called النموذج التجاري المبسط, okay? أو النموذج المبسط, minimum viable product. So the prototype is the minimum thing that you can do, which is drawing, scratches, interfaces if it is application, okay? And you can go and show it to your target audience and ask them, is it good idea? What do you think? What do you think about it? Shall we use it? Blah, 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 blah. There is different parts of, by the way, the prototype. There is low fidelity prototype, high fidelity prototype. We don't need to go through it now because we don't have time. And there is then the minimum viable product, which is the final product, but you are doing it with the lowest cost material you can do, okay? Like, if it is an application, you put it in the beta version, it is ready to be used, but you don't launch it on the iOS and on the Android systems, okay? So you just let people just try it and that's it, okay? And you do that. So back to the pitch. So I already did the test and market tests, viability tests, feasibility tests, everything. You finished that. Your prototype or MVP is ready. Your idea is entrepreneurial. Everything is good. And your story is ready. Now you start to prepare your pitch deck. هلأ بتبلش تحضر العرض التقديمي. First slide. It should have the name of the project. اسم المشروع with your name. كيف يعني? We put the logo. Can I see here? Okay. We put the logo, تمام, of your project, and down you put your name, اسمك أو اسمك, and your title. And please here, don't put for me CEO, CTO. You are, يعني احنا كلاتنا واحد in the startup or two. So how you come that you are a CEO, okay? Just be humble as much as you can. Name it as a founder, name it the co-founder, name it the sales manager, name it whatever you are, okay? But now, because just let's be realistic. We are not CEOs now till now, unless your project is successful and having a lot of employees under you, okay? And you put your email, okay, on the bottom. Why? So I like this. Your name, your title, and your email. And for sure, put your professional email. لو سمحتوا. Don't put Salih Love underscore here, whatever the things, the pronunciations that I hear. Okay? So please, just put your real professional emails. Why this first slide? Because if you have an investor or interested investor that are interested in your pitch but is not part of the jury, he can just take a photo of your pitch deck, okay, or pitch slide, and then get back to you and connect with you or contact you later on. Tamam? So this is the first slide. Second slide. Start with a problem, with a story that you have prepared already. So start with the problem, المشكلة, تمام? Not your problem, the community problem. Explain it with numbers. If you have numbers, if you have percentages, طبعا definitely with references. Okay, that will be excellent. Third, give us your solution, which is your innovative idea, الحل المبتكر, with the secret sauce and the value proposition. Why you are different than the others, okay? What is the value proposition of the idea and why it is innovative? So it can be 1 or 2 slides, it's fine. You can put your idea, innovative solution for the problem that you already mentioned. Here, I need to stop and tell you why we start with a problem for 3 things. First of all, to engage the audience and hook them emotionally. Second, nobody buys anything if it is not their need. صح? Again, nobody buys anything if it is not their need. So by logic, I need to scratch their pain or wants. There is a difference between want and need. It's better to go for the want or the need. هات خلينا نشوف إذا مصحصحين. What's the difference between want and need? يلا. يا رب حدا جديد يجاوب. We have to work emotionally on the needs first. Okay, طب what's the difference يا هدى between needs and want? Correct. I can see females only responding يا محمد. There is no males مبدئيا. This is the problem always. هاي في زيد. لا خلص الحمد لله كسر القاعدة. Thank you زيد. Survivors. Okay. Okay, so needs. برافو عليكم. So guys, the need is the necessary thing, okay? The want is the luxury, as you mentioned. You should work as an entrepreneur on what? On the need or the want? You should work on both. Needs will bring you the customer. The want will retain which is يعني customer retention. تحافظ على الكاستمر. Will give you loyalty يعني ولاء. تمام. What brings the customer is the need. الحاجة it will bring the customer. الرغبة, the want, will keep the customer with you, will not go for other competitors. وضحت؟ you need to work on both, but for sure you work on the need. So your value proposition, it should be on the need and the want. ما بفرق. Okay? Excellent guys. لا مصحصحين. Thank you so much. Go. The fourth slide should be on the المنتج, your product layout, your product photo. If it is prototype, you will put the prototype. If it is MVP, you will put the MVP. If it is final product, you put the final product. And here you put always the pictures, okay? يعني put demo pictures of your product, okay? Perfect. Fifth slide, the target market and the target audience, which is the TAM, SAM, SOM. Do you know what's the meaning of TAM, SAM, SOM? Repeat it 5 times and I'll give you a prize. TAM, SOM, TAM, SOM. What's the difference or what's the meaning of TAM, SAM, SOM? You can, by the way, use ChatGPT. It will give you the answers. Easy. TAM is the total available market for your idea or the project. SAM is the servable available market. صح, which is the market size زيت, but to have it more يعني customized صح. Total available market, servable available market, SOM the market that you have obtained, يعني your market share from the market size. Okay? You need to put those so the investor can understand if there is a potential in your idea or the project. And for sure, you need to have a good TAM, good SAM, and good SOM. Okay? SOM, you will explain it definitely by you calculate it. So you put the fifth slide about the market size, the market share, or the TAM, SAM, SOM. You can use any pronunciations as Zaid mentioned, that will be correct. Sixth slide, which is the most important slide. لو سمحتوا ركزوا معي. It's called the business model or the business modeling. It's called in Arabic النموذج الربحي. Why it's called the business model? It's not the business model canvas. Please don't put the business model canvas here in the pitch deck. The business model canvas is only a tool to be used in your office for your team to understand the 9 parts of the business and to help you organize yourself, update your data, update your whatever, okay? Business model canvas is not used in the pitch deck or even in the presentation deck. Clear? Only you will use it for your office, and it's an organizing tool for yourself. The 9 blocks we are putting here already. اتفقنا؟ It will be أصلا موزعة. It will be already distributed in the pitch deck. So النموذج الربحي, البزنس model here, what shall I put? It is the answer of one question. How your project is generating money. كيف تعمل مصاري. بس. So to explain more, what shall I put? You should add how you are generating money. The revenue modeling, which is subscription model, direct sales, premium, selling data, what else? Streaming, whatever you have, percentage, okay? If you are taking from the buyer and from the seller, whatever, okay? So your business model, how your idea is making money. If this slide is not presented in your pitch deck, it's a problem. It should have how you are making money and what are you expecting to generate through the 3 to 5 years as a revenue. There is a difference, by the way, between income and revenue. Income in Arabic called الدخل, which includes too many things. Revenue is the thing that you are bringing or having as an income from selling your project, idea, product, whatever. Okay? So that's why it's called revenue modeling. And it can be different revenues. But here, don't focus on the marketing or the الإعلانات. Okay? Don't focus on the marketing or the what's the meaning of إعلانات, محمد? ذكرني. Advertisements, exactly. It's not about the advertisement. Okay, don't put it as a tool. ليه؟ لأنه you don't have users. مظبوط ولا لا؟ It depends on the users شباب. You can put it later on, but don't put it as a, yes, thank you guys, as an advertising revenue model. اتفقنا؟ Perfect. The 7th slide, the tractions. We call it in English tractions. شو يعني tractions in Arabic? الإنجازات والنجاحات. What you have been doing and what you have do successful stages, steps. If you won any prizes, if you won any grants, any funds, you can put it. If you don't, if your idea is still new, no need for this slide. This slide for the people who made tractions. Okay. If you don't have any tractions, it's fine. You go with the 8th slide. 8th slide, which is called in the business model canvas, the distribution channels in Arabic. How will you reach your target audience? كيف رح توصل للعملاء تبعونك? And you can reach to them easily, guys, through 2 paths. And it needs to be in your pitch deck. لازم تحط the online and the offline. The most important mistake all the entrepreneurs do is that they only put what? The online. We will go reach them through online, through advertisements, through social media. No, this is tool. This is one path. The other path, it needs to be offline, face-to-face meetings, going to do direct sales, going to the places where the target audience are present. Example quickly, if you are targeting طلاب الجامعات, okay, university students, you should go to have booths in the universities and the places that the university students are presented, like summer camp, etc., etc. So you can buy your products there, okay? بالإضافة in parallel with the online paths. The 9th method is the something called الموارد الرئيسية والشراكات, the partnerships and the strategic resources. If it is there, like if you have a partnership with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, etc., etc. If you don't have, you don't need to put this slide also. But if you have, yes, it is excellent to have. The most also important slide is the 10th slide, which is competitors. شو يعني competitors؟ المنافسين. Nobody tell me that I don't have منافسين. Nobody tell me that I don't have competitors. If you don't have direct competitors, you have indirect competitors. Clear? So going to it, how shall I add? How shall I put it? You put it in table or quadrant. Quadrant is much more sophisticated. Let's talk this example. quickly, this is the competitor template or competitor intelligence template. Here, you need to put your startup name and competitor 1, 2, 3, 4 names. Only here you put the names because in the pitch deck, we need to let the jury and the investors understand that you know your market. But in the sales pitch, you don't put the names. Okay, it's prohibited and it's not even legal. Okay, or not legal يعني مش صح. Don't do it because you're not promoting their names. تمام. And then you put here the criterias that makes you more added value and value proposition for the customers. Okay, which is the differentiation between them. So مثلا you can put time of delivery, fasting يعني fast your fast they are low, مثلا after sales service, مثلا if يعني you need to put the criteria that makes you distinguished above them, and then you can start put right wrong yes no. Okay, low high differentiation. And for sure, your startup needs to be what? All high or all right. صح? That's why you will be differentiated from your competitors. By visual, the audience can see that your startup is more added value for them in this problem solving. Okay? So this is the competitor intelligence. It's very important. And don't use only price. This is wrong methodology. لا تعتمد فقط على انه البرايس تبعتك ارخص. People will invest in more expensive products if it solves efficiently their problems. Excellent. Then you need to put the financial projection. الوضع المالي for 3 years or 5 years. It depends on the competition that you are working with or you are applying for. تمام. How you will put it? You will put only a small table. Year مثلا 2024 2025 2026 2024 revenues expenses profit 2025 revenues expenses profit 2026 revenues طبعا expected revenues expenses profits only. More details doesn't need to be included in this graph now because why? It will take too much time. If you are asked about it, you put it in another slide. I will tell you when later on. تمام. So that was 11. 12 التوسع والانتشار. Your plans for the next steps. Okay, so now you are in quarter 3, 2024. Quarter 4, where you will go? What's your sales plan? Here, focus on the sales and expansion plan and how much you will do customer acquisition, customer reaching, and you are going to have potential markets, potential things. This is the most important because the investor is interested in your business model, your expansion plan, tractions, and الطلب المالي اللي هو 14 slide number 14. Slide number 13, the team. هنا please don't put your picture like this. I know that you are awesome, حلوين, handsome, beautiful. You are all mashallah. Just put your face, okay guys, with a nice photo, not with you when you are on the beach and or ورا في واحد حاطط هبلي ببلي انا مش فاهم ليش يعني. تمام. Or just واحد duck face. No need for this. Okay guys, no filters also. Filters are not allowed. Put your professional photo, okay, that is explaining that you are professional team. Put your faces and your names and only your titles that is related to the project and relevant experience. I'm not interested to know that you are a Harvard student. I'm not interested that you are beautiful man. I don't interested that you are 13 years in Amazon or كذا. I'm interested that you are a sales experience and you have another one healthcare and you have another one let's say in the IT because you are an IT solution idea for the healthcare sector or the perfect team. Then that's what I want, to have a diversifying team that have different stakeholders or correct stakeholders. The 14th slide, رقم 14, the want. What do you want? The ask. It names the ask. Why you are pitching for us? Because I want 5,000 GDs, 10,000 GDs, $500 500, I don't know, 50,000, 500,000, okay? 1 million, it could be. Like in Saudi Arabia, we are asking of 1 million, 10 millions. In US, we are asking for 100 million and more, okay? So why? This needs to be in the slide because you are pitching in front of the jury for the incubators and accelerators, and you want a grant, okay? And you want fund. So how much you want to be invested in or how much you want from this grant. طيب في سؤال هنا أو بيقولوا لي خلص. So the slides basically convincing the investors only. لا. If you are talking to the investor Huda, okay, you need to add this slide. If you are not talking to the investors and there wasn't a grant, don't put the ask. تمام? You will finish with the team and the final slide. I will tell you what is the final slide. If you are going to pitch for investor or you are asking for a grant or fund, you need to add this because they will open a fund or open the grant, let's say for up to 50,000 GDs. And your ask is 40,000 GDs. So you are not asking for all the 50,000 GDs, just to be clear. The secret or the trick, when you are asking for a number, you need to clarify why you need this number. Not in details, but at least 50,000. I need 5,000, let's say, direct sales. I need 10,000 online marketing. I need 10,000 sales reps, okay? And I need 10,000 developing the application or the platform. And that's it, okay? So you need to targeted break down the expenses to explain for them why you need this grant or fund or investment. And, okay, for the investor, you need to tell them that you will give them this share, let's 5%, 10% of the share, okay? If you have this investment in your project. By the way, another hint quickly, you need to put something we called the expenses breakdown or the the ask breakdown, but also put for them how much you are already investing in. يعني if you have, let's say, an startup and you are asking for 40,000 or are asking for 30,000, tell them that you already invested 10,000. So they will take you more serious. The 10,000 was from your pocket, bootstrapping, crowdfunding, whatever, okay? But just to tell them that you are serious and already you are invested by yourself in this, and you are طبعا moving on. The last slide, for sure, the exit plan if you are exiting, but this is not for you. The last slide is the final slide. الخاتمة. What shall I add? Shall I add thank you? Shall I add congratulations? Shall I add questions and answers? No, don't do this. Put your value proposition again. Start high, end high. ابدأ قوي وانهي قوي. Let them remember your what clearly and simply your value proposition, why your idea is solving this problem. So you can put it as a picture, you can put it as a number, you can put it as the idea, and tell them if you want to help Maria and the 20,000 or the 5 million people in Jordan, let's say Agonist is the solution. And that's it. Then you go and say thank you. Don't put it on the slide. Each slide is money, guys. So you need to really take the ROI of each slide. So this is the 15 pitch slides that you need to prepare. It's only 15. No need for more than that. You don't have the pleasure to talk about it. I took for explaining it more than 1 hour, صح؟ أو تقريبا صح؟ فتخيلوا أنتوا in the investment and you have only 3 minutes. For sure it will be كافي and it is only يعني sufficient for 3 to 5 minutes because you will not explain as much as I'm explaining. But it's not more than 15 slides, guys. As I told you, it's between 10 to 15. And I already pitched my previous startup. It was called Just Start Innovating in a country called Mauritius. And I took the first place, and it was only 12 slides. Not more than that. 12 slides, only pictures, and that's it. Okay, so Muhammad, I need you to give me extra 5 minutes to give them tips and tricks, okay?
Take your time, doctor.
Great. Does anybody have any questions till now? Is everything clear? حد فاهم إشي؟ Is everything clear? Okay, so we have an British quote called "No news, good news." So that's good. Okay, let's go to the how shall I prepare? So we understood quickly, guys. Thank you, Ghada. So we understand quickly what are the 15 pitch parts, okay, or slides. So what tips and hints? What shall we do? أول شيء please start with an emotional bonding. Okay, ابدأ برابط عاطفي like having a story, facts, numbers, percentages that can hook people. Okay, like what we do in the healthcare and in the pharma, guys. When we go to the doctors, we tell them, doctor, imagine 95% of the Jordanians are smokers. Oh, really? That's a problem, صح? And then you give them the solution. So we use this in the pitching, in the calls. Okay, so this is very much important. The second slide, be yourself, please. ما تنعجقش. ما تنعجقيش. I don't know this. There is no terminology for تنعجق. I'm sorry, guys. In English, تنعجق يعني don't be confused, don't be shy of yourself. If you are speaking Arabic, just speak in Arabic. If you are speaking English, just speak English. The English is your second language. It's not your first language. Be proud of your language, unless you are pitching for foreigners or يعني أجانب. تمام. If you are pitching for foreigners, يعني when I went to Mauritius, they were all talking in French, but I can't speak French, so I pitched in English. Okay, so if I pitch in Arabic, it's my problem. So you need to talk the language they are talking. Okay, so كون على طبيعتك، ما تخاف, and be yourself. If you will be yourself, you will succeed. The third, if you are pitching in your country, you know your culture, you know what you should wear, you know everything. If you are pitching in another country, please be as much professional as you can, and understand the emotions, the terminologies, and even the body language in each culture. Okay, يعني when I went to Mauritius, I replaced all my slides and the pictures to the slides of their country. Okay, and even I was talking about youth, I brought photos for their youths. Okay, not youths from Europe. Okay, I brought youths from Africa, pictures from Africa, because I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about me, and that's my idea. Be smart when you are pitching. Okay, four, استخدم the right body language. Use the right body language. Okay, مثلا this thumb is good, صح? In our culture. In different cultures, it is not. Okay, so you need to understand also the terminologies, and your body language should be excellent. How shall I use my body language? This is a shocking statistics. Your audience will be attention for only 7% of what you are saying. تخيلوا, only 7%, and your impact will be more than 93% through your body language, okay, and tone of voice. Imagine if I'm doing this webinar like this. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this invitation. Today we are going to talk about pitching. Pitching is very important because, we are pitching our ideas. This is important because you need to be successful. And thanks for Muhammad and Ahmed for inviting me because to talk about this. يعني, do you know what's the meaning of innovate? خلاص, nobody will stay in the webinar, I'm sure. Okay, even with the restrictions and everything. Okay, but I'm trying to use my body language. I'm trying to use my tone of voice. I'm trying to make it high on the stressing things, the most important things, the factual things, and make it low when you have negative points or drawbacks or something like that. Okay, positive points, something you need to stress, something you need to highlight, you raise your voice. طبعا مش تصرخ, شوي برضو, حبة حبة. Okay, and for sure use your body language. برضو don't be, oh, hello guys, my name is Saleh, I'm telling you today, this is my pitch, yo bro, and don't do that. Be professional, be calm, يعني moderate او الوسطية, الاعتدال, يعني ما تزودهاش. تمام, يعني ما تخربش الدنيا. طيب, your eyes, where should be? A lot of people goes for the pitching and they start looking on the roof or start looking on the ground because they are shy, because they didn't practice. Guys, practice, practice, practice. Your eyes should be on the jury, or if you are pitching for audience, all the audience. Look at them. Please smile. ما تخافش مش هيقطعوا راسك يعني انت you are using the worst thing is that you will not win and that's it. Nobody will take anything from you. Don't worry, okay? Your hands, it shouldn't be covering your face. It should be from here to here so people can see you. And your steps, you need to move not like this ta-na-na-na, 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 because it like be like distracting for them. You should يعني تكون واقف stand on a right or left, okay, not covering the screen, okay, and everyone is seeing the screen clearly, and you move small steps, okay, like half meter going onwards and backwards. تمام. ممتاز. Pictures. When you choose pictures, please use clear pictures, not pixeled one, not watermarked one. You know there is a lot of websites for doing that. Now AI is doing everything for you guys. You are in heaven. We were in some years we didn't have even Google pictures, guys. يعني مش عارف لكم. Do I need to be fun or be myself? Yes. If you are not having any fun things or how can I say it? عندك حسن دعابة. It's fine. If you don't have it, no worries. Just continue. This is the picture of, by the way, as I told you, this is the picture of Mauritius, and you can see the audience, and you can see the picture that I was using for them. Okay, it wasn't about me. It was about them. It is always about them. It's about their community, their culture, their pictures, their people. It's not about us. The idea is serving them, not us. Okay, so use their photos, use their language. Okay. And if you are talking to educated people, use educational terminologies or high-end technologies, okay? Or let's say people that understand your language. If you are healthcare, talk to them in a medical terminology. If they are not, talk to them simple terminologies. But in general, there is a general rule. Try always to use simple words. It's not about to إنه نعجقهم, okay? تورجيهم إنه yo, I'm speaking English, I know terminologies. That doesn't make any difference in your pitch deck, okay? Use simple words. Shall I use video? No. ما هو? No. طب let me? No. بس ما هو? No. Don't put any video. ريحني حالك وريح لي. Why? Because video sometimes بيعلق, sometimes got موصلش. When you send buy it by email ما بيشتغل. Don't put it. Only use photos. نقطة بسطر جديد. The second thing, people will how can I say? Investors want to invest in you, not on the video. Okay, they want to see you talking. Your voice should be clear, as we mentioned. If you have 2 or 3 in the team, they should be doing the pitch together. Hi, I'm Saleh. Hi, I'm Mohammed. Going to talk to you about the features. I'm going to talk to you about our team. Hi, Mohammed. Now, ما فيش زنجو رينجو. خلاص واحد. Only one will do the pitch. طب Muhammad is technical and he can answer the technical questions. Yes, Muhammad will be answering in the questions and answers part after the pitch. Okay? After the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes. Try to ask for the feedback after the pitching, and always the rule is practice, 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 practice. Practice by yourself. Take videos for yourself. See yourself. Take feedback from your small groups, big groups, colleagues, and etc. Okay? When you are using Al-Khat, which is the font, there is a rule called 30, 20, 10. 10 slides for pitching, 20 minutes maximum. طبعا احنا we have only 3. 30 is the font. Don't use high fonts. It means shouting. Don't use it small. It's called يعني it will be distracting. Use 30, 35 maximum. Okay? A quick hint. There is something called hidden slides. سلايدات مخفية. You can put more slides after the 15 slides in case you need to explain more things in the questions and answers, like financial projection details, like the developing or the code details, or the things related to the applications, things related to the more technical things, okay, to the industry itself. You can put it, and when you have been asked by one of the juries, can you explain this? You tell them, yes, I put it in the slide. You can see tick, 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 tick. But it's after the final slide. Okay? And always remember, people will always remember the start and remember the end. So start high, end high. تمام? Excellent. Thank you so much. I guess I took 1 hour and 10 minutes. صح محمد and Ahmed. I'm ready for any questions. You can, by the way, guys, scan the QR code and please do follow, and you can ask me any questions you want all in all social media platforms. Back to you, Muhammad, and back to you, Ahmed.
Wow, Doctor, thank you so much for your insightful and inspiration presentation. Your expertise and advice give us a lot to think about. We are truly appreciate your time, your efforts, and your valuable knowledge. And the
Thank you.
floor is now for the audience to hear their question.
Yalla. What are the questions? Thank you, عبد المين. وين راح؟ لا علي أبو مشينك. Thanks علي.
Okay, doctor, there's a question from Anonymous. Said, so in today's modern medical world, where almost anything has its own solution and invention, how do you invest something completely new to aim for overall development of pharmaceutical instead of innovating or working on the idea of an already existing product? So he said about today there's a lot of idea, but
Okay.
because we are now live in new medical or new modern medical world, there is no range of our new idea. So how we can adapt with that?
Okay, yeah, I saw the question. How do you invent something completely new to aim for overall development of pharmaceutical instead of innovating? Hmm. Okay, so you're talking about how do you invent or how do you pitch? So how do you invent something completely new to aim for overall development for pharmaceuticals instead of innovating or working on the ideas of an already existing? Okay, so for the anonymous, okay, why do you need to invent? ما هو هنا البوينت, my friend. You don't need to invent totally. Why? Because invention takes too many time, too much time, too much resources. And why to go for the invention? يعني if you go to the pharmaceuticals, man, if you want to invent a new medicine, it will cost you billions, صح? If you want to invent a new application, also it will cost you not billions, but it will cost you maybe millions or thousands, صح? فاليوم innovation is much more feasible and will solve the problem in a new and low expensive way. This is number one. Number two, why to go for innovation? Because اليوم we have too many problems in the sectors. يعني let me tell you example outside the pharmaceuticals. Let's go for the transportation. No, there is no startup that can solve all the problems of transportation. You as a startup can solve the timing of the transportation. Another one can serve the cleanness of the transportation. Another one can serve the safety. Another one can solve the problem of the tracking system. Another one then can so this is the beauty of innovation word. Innovation, it's not about only manipulating or monopolying the يعني انه استحوذ okay only on the sector. No, it needs to be collaborative with other sectors to help all the pharmaceutical sector which is part of the healthcare sector. فاليوم innovation is needed, not only the invention. But if I understood or if allow me to change your question to how we can be more innovative and develop more innovative ideas for our healthcare sector that is a little bit uh, baby boomer, if I may say it, okay, baby boomer in thinking. If I ask you all the healthcare, not only pharmaceutical, healthcare innovative solutions, the owners are healthcare. The shocking news, the majority are not. The majority are ITs or financials or finance backgrounds or business or marketing because they saw the problem and they already goes for the innovation. Okay, like حكيم ايش بدكم بدناش نحكي اسماء تمام عشان we don't name will not do marketing. But for all the other sectors, guys, the idea is that the owners, not the employees. Employees are healthcare professionals, but the owners are not even a healthcare sector or part of the healthcare sector. So they discovered the need and they solve it through the innovative or through the solutions that are available, but they made some tweaks. So that's why we need to go for the innovation, not the invention. If you can do the invention, for sure you can do it. How do you go to the invention? Simply, you need to go to a place, or you need to go to the area that nobody touched, okay? Like a disease or a new solution, a new pharmaceutical product, a new innovative solution, okay, that nobody that just had it before, okay? Like there is a lot of areas to improve, like in the cancer therapy, like in the CNS therapy, like in the diabetic therapy. Till now, we don't have clear solutions for cancer, diabetes, chronic medications that we are using for now. There is no solutions. It's all innovative solutions, but there is no invention that is solving it from scratch. Hopefully that I answered the question.
Okay.
Any more questions?
From Huda.
Yalla.
The presentation deck can act as a guide on what to talk about to the target audience and inventors, but how can we use the power of words alone to add into the convincing and pitching?
Okay, good question, Huda. Huda, as you saw in the slides, the power of words, okay, is only 7%. The effect of words to impact your people, you impact your audience, is only, it's a statistic called 738 okay, which is called Albert Mehrenbein theory for communication impact on the audience. How, as much as you can be successful, you will be 7, 10, 12, okay, 15, okay, but the other percentages will depend on your tone of voice and your body language. Now, yes, you can tell me like the presentation that you see from Muhammad Al-Qahtani, the power of words that he used, okay, Saraha, he was fantastic. But again, his body language and tone of voice was more convincing. If he used only the words, it will be boring. It will not convince us. So the power of words is very much important to that. Yes, be prepared, do your research, okay, and be more convincing عفوا with your numbers. يعني give us shocking numbers. Do your good research. يعني مثال, as we have mentioned, and as we are using as in the medical representative or representations and الدعاية الطبية اليوم بالأردن أو بأي مكان. We try to give shocking news for our clients, صح؟ يعني we can say that sometimes okay, we can say sometimes إنه 50% or let's say this cardiovascular diseases keeps the first #1 killer of diseases in America. And then we continue giving the solutions. Do you know, doctor, that, or as you know, doctor, 50% of the patients that are suffering from heart failure are also subjective to, let's say, diabetes, okay? Or let's say those are people subjected to diabetes, okay? طبعا غادة, it should be shocking but accurate and realistic. Don't تهبد. شو يعني تهبد؟ هاي بالانجليزي لازم الاقي لها معنى انا. Don't lie, اوكي؟ هي بس لا، lying هو lie تكذب. تهبد means انك انت you just bring numbers from your imagination and you put it on your own خلاط وبتخلطها وبتطلع في خلطة. لا مش هيك. You need to bring it from credible resources, guys.
Okay,
Don't make up anything. Exactly. Thank you, Huda.
great. There's another question from Ozma. How to develop an entrepreneurial mindset, sorry. Would love to hear about your journey.
Okay, Satan. Uzma, this needs another session. Okay, quickly.
You can answer him quickly.
Definitely. Uzma, quickly. Oh, thank you for your interest in the journey. So, the entrepreneurial mindset, it depends on accepting the failure. This is number one. But do not fail every time. يعني I'm not with the yes we need to keep failing, we need to keep no don't I mean you keep feeling there is a problem يا man. ارجع شوف شو اللي عم تعمل غلط. Okay, so simply you need to accept failure when it is necessary to be accepted. Okay, to learn from it and not repeat the same mistakes and do not go for the same failure again. This is number one. Number two, keep learning. There is no limitation for learning, guys. As much as I tell you that now every day there is a new information. And personally I'm not capable now to catch the AI systems and the projects that are present, the AV, the AR, the IoT, the etc. And the innovation and the new updates that are being in the pharmaceutical or the learning and development. So my first recommendation, simply, to have the entrepreneurial mindset, you need to be open to hearing feedback from everyone, okay, from your investors, from your mentors, from your friends, okay, to update and work on your weaknesses and work on your strengths, okay, and strengths more your strength. This is number one. Second thing is to accept failure and learn from it. Third, you need to keep learning. And the most important is the fourth one, which is self-learning. Do not rely on others to bring you things. Don't tell me I can't, I don't know how. It's your own problem. Go search. Now you can reach anything you want through a simple click from your laptop. Any information, any technology, anything you want is being accessible now through the internet. You can do whatever you want. Okay, you can have money through incubators, accelerators, through crowdfunding. You are living in an era that is providing you everything, but please be innovative. That يعني هم بيقولوا لك مشان الله be innovative. تمام. And for sure work on your active listening skills. And this is the fourth and the most important fifth thing is try. Don't be shy. Don't listen to the crowd. They will tell you you will not succeed. They made this. I will tell you a small story. When I opened my company Agonist, okay, they told me, you will open your company before you many people opened it and closing it. يعني انت شو بدك تعمل؟ يعني لساتك صغير. What you will do? You will not succeed. If you have the passion, if you are working hard, if you are updating yourself, if you keep learning, if you are self-learner, you will succeed. تمام? And for sure, bring innovation to your business or your idea.
Great. Okay, there is a question from Aya Saya. What are the best way to improve our communication skills in your opinion?
Good question, Aya. One, I'm trying to answer quickly. One, for sure, take courses if you want, just to know the methodologies. But the most important communication skill, which is called skill, it's not knowledge. Skills means practice. You need to put yourself in many situations and you need to practice it more and more and more and more. If you are not practicing the communication, you will not be a good communicator. To be a good communicator, you need to have understanding yourself. Go take courses on communication skills for sure, and take courses in emotional intelligence. Know yourself, self-awareness, know your personality style. There is something called social personality styles. الأنماط الاجتماعية. تمام. There is 4 personality styles worldwide, okay, and there is different tests. You can do it for free on the internet, put it there, and simply understand your style and how you can work with other styles and why they are acting like this and how we need to communicate with each other, and then put yourself in action. يعني interact with them, احتكي في الناس أكتر. You can sharpen your skill definitely. As Hala mentioned, you can go volunteering. You can do more presentations. Okay. I didn't have the pleasure to tell you about my story, but the first period of my life, I went volunteering in an international non-GO for more than 10 years. Okay. And then that's why I discovered my passion, and now I have my own company in learning and development and training and consultation because of my volunteering and my connections that I have made worldwide. So yes, I agree with you. Hala, volunteering is very much important. Excellent.
Great. I think there is now another question, Dr. Saleh again. Okay. Volunteering can
Yes.
may help. You can volunteer with
صح.
LOYAC.
Loyak. It's a
LOYAC.
Jordanian volunteering company.
Okay, okay. Once again, thank you, Dr. Saleh. Your presentation was inspirational. It was very helpful and valuable insights and contributions. Thank you for the
Thank you.
audience for attending and for their interactions. We hope that it will be not our last lecture with you. And thank you again.
Thank you all. Wish you all the good luck and see you. Bye.
Thank you.